Assalamu alaikum. Today on MPA's podcast, we are joined by Brother Imran. Brother Imran works in the SAP space and supports professionals and organizations in understanding how SAP can be used to run operations better and build stronger careers. He also serves at the Kearney Lake Mosque and he plays a very keen role in day-to-day operations, supporting the community behind the scenes. At the upcoming Impact Conference, Brother Imran will be facilitating a workshop titled Unlock the Power of SAP, transforming businesses and empowering careers. Brother Imran, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome. It's great to have you with us.
Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you for having me, Feroz, and thank you for the lovely introduction.
Alhamdulillah, the pleasure is ours. So, Brother Imran, before we get started with SAP, so for people meeting you for the first time, how do you usually describe what?
So, the SAP practice head, which is, there are different acronyms. Another is SAP practice leader. So, I'm right
Mhm.
now managing the North American IBM CACs, which are called Client Innovation Centers within IBM. And I'm the head of these entire CICs within North America. And I support the SAP practice and I support our team and, into various spaces within SAP.
That sounds like a very prominent role, mashallah. So how did you get into SAP?
Okay, so I started my journey into SAP in 2002. Like
Mhm.
when SAP started its journey within, it was a time where SAP was evolving. And at that point of time, everybody like, after completing their graduations or masters or, getting into their certifications, everybody were trying to get to know where should they head into an IT industry. And since I have done my masters into computers, and my background comes with IT background with hardware, networking, and technology. So being into this space, I found SAP was one of the upcoming and evolving, going to be one of the top contenders in the market. A group of our friends decided to, begin our journey into SAP. And
Mm.
finally, we are a group of almost like 40 of our friends, like,
Mhm.
professionals. We are now into SAP, into different modules, into different locations, different countries, and into different industries.
Beautiful. It's basically you saw its growth, and that's what made you stay in that field of SAP.
Exactly, because SAP is something little bit about SAP, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in 1970s, five ex-IBMers
Mm-hmm.
decided to come up with this technology, right? And this technology, what it does, what it brings is it's just not a software. It's
Mm-hmm.
an ERP platform that brings all of your business processes into one business package.
Mm-hmm.
Name any industry, whether it's an pharmaceutical, whether it's industrial,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's automotive, or
Mm-hmm.
any industries that it comes into. So SAP has developed a package. It comes into different business packages, right?
Mm-hmm.
So based on your business needs, based on what it's required, so it comes with that kind of a package that gives an industries, that gives an organizations an ability to manage their all these business processes into one specific software. So it is connected with all integrations or integrations or
Mm-hmm.
anything that it has to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit about SAP in a gist is it's a one-stop shop for any industries. It is one-stop shop for any organizations that wanted to bring their processes together.
Perfect. I think you perfectly answered what I wanted to ask. Like most people don't know what SAP is. They all know, they've all heard it, but
Yeah.
they don't know what SAP is. So thanks for clarifying on that. So there are a lot of ERP solutions, right? Either they came, I'm not sure if they came before SAP or after SAP, but what makes SAP different and what makes it stand out? Because it's one of the most biggest and most adopted ERP systems, I believe, right? So what makes it
Yeah,
different?
exactly. Yeah, exactly, Feroz. So right now, SAP itself, like I'm not marketing for SAP, but I'm a technology person, right? So of
Mhm.
course, it's been more than 20 years now being into SAP and working with this technology. So one thing what I can assure or what I can give more information on SAP is SAP on day-to-day basis, they keeps on developing, into new spectrum, looking into the future, right? So when SAP itself it started with it's like an two spaces landscape. then it
Mm,
went into 3 landscape, then it went from, which is used to be an R3, then it went to ECC, call enterprise core component, then it moves to NetWeaver. So it has an history. So what SAP does is keep evolving
mm,
based on the market needs, based on the client customers requirements. So
mhm,
that is how right now as we speak, SAP has almost around 300,000 customers and clients over the globe, right? It is one of the largest ERP platforms right now that provides any organizations with what is required to develop their businesses, to develop their processes, because it everything is under the one roof. So
mm.
every day, SAP keeps on working on their developments,
Mm.
making sure, they stay ahead on the technology comparing to any other ERP platforms.
So, and coming to for job seekers, right? For seekers or professionals, having an SAP skill is very valuable, right? Of course, like 300,000 businesses using SAP day to day. That is a big number. So, why would you say why it's a skill that they should consider having?
So as I said, SAP do not stop at one stop of a development, right? Keep continues growing. There was an era where, we were on to our on-prem servers, and then an era came into cloud. Everybody were talking about a cloud. Nobody knew what exactly is a cloud. Really, cloud means, do the servers stay on top of
Yeah.
the cloud? What's going on, right? So, there were so many questions and unanswered complications. Where I'm going with this is, SAP in this era, I'm sure other technologies do, keeps on thinking, what do we do and how do we bring the best to our clients? How do
Mm,
we bring the best to our customers? So
mm,
that is the game changer. That's why they stay ahead and
mm,
stay on top of
mm,
how does SAP should differentiate from other technologies. So that is how, SAP and their client base, their customer base keeps on growing in any part of the globe and any part of the industry.
mm. No, makes sense. It definitely makes sense because they're constantly growing, constantly improving. So that does definitely requires a lot of constant resources to join their team. So if someone wants to start
Exactly.
learning SAP, what is a realistic first step that they should consider?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That is a great question. So during my workshop, I think I would be focusing more on our graduates and associates.
Mm-hmm.
So there is an opportunity that has been launched by SAP, which is free, I have never seen such thing in decades coming at such an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
especially for young graduates, who are either in their universities or working on their graduation or completed their graduation. So I'll be showing in step-by-step process how to get access freely to the SAP marketplace, number
Beautiful.
one, and what technologies or what modules they should be choosing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's based on your background, Feroz, right? So
Mm-hmm.
somebody like SAP comes with a different modules, like as I said, different processes. When I talk about business processes, let's take an example of Costco. As soon as you enter into Costco, you start with, tagging your card, entering into Costco, and then you see different departments,
Mm-hmm.
sales, and there is a backend team which is called marketing. There would be a warehouse department which is, where all the goods are coming in, right?
Yes.
And all the pallets are marked with some inventory module. And then finally, when you come to POS, you're doing a transaction that is connected with your finance, and every single employee is paid, which is called HR. So
Mm-hmm.
where am I going with this is every single step of your way in Costco, is there a department? Is there a business? It is a business process, right? So every single business process is called a module. So
Mm-hmm.
based on your background, for instance, if your background is finance, so
Mm-hmm.
SAP has a module called SAP Finance, which is finance and controlling. If your background is into no administration, I just wanted to stick to building servers. So that is called SAP Basis, where, these individuals are building the servers, building racks and installing add-ons, upgrades, and everything, right? I would be talking about all these technologies during the workshop. That's number one. Number two, then after giving a brief a demo of all these modules, then I would be trying to connect these associates or individuals who would be part of my workshop to
Mm-hmm.
know how to avail a free opportunity, get access to SAP Marketplace freely. It is
Mm-hmm.
available for all the young graduates and, who has access to an email address of their university. That is
Mm,
that is the main important thing. And then they would be having an access to freely for two certifications that they would be able to achieve into SAP space. So this would be step one for
mhm,
any associates or anybody to step into SAP as a career,
mhm,
because these days any companies are looking for two kind of individuals. Number one, associates.
mhm,
Opportunities are there, but little less. But the other opportunities are for those with experience.
mm.
Somebody coming with a finance background experience and learning SAP finance, of course, would be having an upper hand. Of course, if they do an SAP certification, then they would be having a more plus point in gaining to any job into any industry, with that experience. Hope that answers my question.
No, it does. It does beautifully. Actually, it actually. I also wanted to ask what are the kind of certifications or projects or that they can. I think the workshop will entail all of that. I think it'll be a
Yes,
great workshop that people, our community, can inshallah take advantage of. 100%.
correct. Yes.
So for businesses, right? So what size of business or an organization should even think about SAP? Is it just for big organizations or what do you suggest?
Yeah, so SAP has come up with now a subscription-based models these days, which is
Mm,
called SAP Rise, RISE, right? So based on your technology needs, based on your business needs, whether it's in small scale industry, mid scale industry, large scale industry, of course, getting adapting SAP, it's actually really important for any organization. So
mhm,
any SAP implementations fail because of no adaptability from the end users or the business processes. So that is where, the failure happens. So any business that is thinking about getting into SAP has to keep in mind what exactly are their business needs. What is their data size? What is their user base size? So there are some technological components that they have to think about before
mhm,
entering into the space of getting SAP, connecting with the SAP sales people, where or connecting with any companies like, I work for IBM, of course, I'm happy to help and connect with our sales individuals who can they can guide you into what kind of software or business package would suit you based on your industry model.
makes sense. So if a small company or a mid-sized business is looking to modernize, right? What do you think should be their first step that they should think about?
So step one, they should think about, what exactly they would like to transform their business into. What size of a growth they are looking into their business. If they're
Mm,
looking about, an ample growth of their business, or they're stuck into some form of business processes which they are not able to fulfill, or they might have 10 or 20 different applications in managing their business processes,
mm,
or there might be different integration methods, like there might be some vendors sending some data to their applications, and their XYZ applications are not able to read those integrations. They're not able to read the file. Maybe there might be a hundreds and thousands of manual hours of work that has to be required for uploading some information.
mm,
So there are so many factors that they may have to take into accountability about how to get into SAP, right?
mm,
So that would be their first step about measuring their business,
mm.
measuring their growth. If a transformation is needed, based on what are those factors? Like as I just explained.
Makes sense. Absolutely. And I think one of the very key points that you mentioned is adoption. A lot of companies
Yeah,
they do get software. It could be a small or big software, but if they don't use it, then it's a waste of money and time, right? So are there any common
exactly.
mistakes businesses make when they adopt systems apart from using it?
Yeah, no, I think the biggest failures that happens are what I have seen from my experience are from the end users.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, having a software, building a software, integrating into any company, it's not a big deal.
Hmm.
Using the software, the usage by their end users is really important, right? So, for instance, you see iPhones in the market, you
Hmm.
see Samsung in the market. So, there are different user base for each of them, right? If you ask me, I've been an iPhone user for almost a couple of years now, almost more than close to a decade. Now, if somebody comes and hand overs me a Samsung, it may take some time for me to adapt or
Yeah.
understand the different options, setting, and features, right? So, and somebody using Excel or any other application, vendor-based application for many, many years, and bringing SAP, sometimes SAP does wonders, like, within a single click, it may execute one of their operations, making their sales process easy. It
Mm,
would be
mm.
really surprising to them because they are achieving within no time, the execution is happening. And some of them might need to understand how different screens or how different processes might work to achieve that result. So again, user adoption is very important for any business growth and any business success when it comes to SAP implementation.
Yeah, no, makes sense. I think that's the biggest mistake, right? Like they will buy it, but they don't use it because change is often comes with the result.
Change, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. That is the right word. Change comes with risk. Again, the risk, as we say, risk is a barakah. You need to take risks. So that's how businesses come forward and build their empires, their transformations by taking risk. And a lot of them, as I speak, they are successful and they are making growth and evolving. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, Brother Imran, so mashallah, you are very active with Kearney Lake, and you help the community. So, if I may ask, what made you be a part of MPA or align with the Impact and be a part of Impact upcoming conference?
Yeah, I think I've been associated with MPA, in the back end, not in the forefront,
Yes.
through Brother Haqqani,
Yes.
and for a long time. And I think him and I both spoke on this journey, how he started and everything. I think I met with him once or twice and, had these discussions, and often we are talking, over a phone. And then when he found some of my articles and, blogs and posts on LinkedIn, he reached out to me that there is an upcoming seminar coming in within MPA. And we would like you to request for a workshop to be hosted on SAP. So I think it was an honor that he remembered, and I think it was our mission. And even on our WhatsApp groups, I time to time post on some opportunities
Yes.
and what our company brings as an offerings, or finding any job opportunities, helping our community, bringing coming together, right? So I think this is the initiative through which Brother Akani reached out to me, and I'm really honored to be presenting on January 10th. And those who are listening to this podcast, please make sure, if you're interested to know more about SAP, and if you're an associate or a young graduate interested in to know more about SAP and getting into this journey, please make sure you make your presence and be there. And I'll be there and happy to assist you during my workshop session.
Inshallah, absolutely, Brother Imran. We're looking forward for your workshop. So, what you've seen so far? What do you think MPA Muslim Professionals Association is trying to build different for Muslim professionals?
I think what I've seen into, I've been in Halifax for almost a decade now.
Mhm.
Alhamdulillah, in the month of January 2026, I'll be completing my 10 years journey in Halifax. So I have not seen any such platform where, that brings all our Muslim professionals together, or to help and support and bring them together. I think the most important thing what Brother Haqqani is trying to do, what I'm seeing, is bringing together and uniting them.
Yes.
Unity is our strength, and in wherever we go, we all have to be united, and bringing that support care to each other. Any offerings, whether it's jobs or supporting each other through our masajids, through our community centers, or through our companies. If you have any offerings or anything, we need to bring it together. I think such a platform, what you and your team and Brother Haqqani is building, I think maybe some of the community members might not be seeing now the benefits, but inshallah in future, definitely it will be very beneficial for the larger community when it expands, when it grows, as they continue to see the benefits that is building and bringing the community together.
Absolutely. I think you told something very important. Unity, the strength is in unity. So when we come together, and as you mentioned, that's what we're trying to achieve through MP, inshallah. And if we have people like you supporting us with us, inshallah, it'll make the journey so much more successful, inshallah. So since you're in the
Absolutely.
space of tech and business, how do you think values and integrity, what is the importance of value and integrity, especially in business and tech?
I would say as we come, our faith and, you know, the way how we are built as a Muslims, it's built based on our faith, right? When you call ourselves as a Muslim,
Mm,
Muslim relates to our Islam as our deen, right? That is really important. And, that's where, it comes with our integrity to showcase, wherever, whichever organizations that you're working in, whether, supporting your brothers, supporting your community, supporting your companies, supporting your organizations, or supporting MPA, be faithful, be supportive, and make sure, you are staying together within that space, that collaborates, that supports each other. That is really, really important. The theme that I wanted to pass on to
mhm.
this response.
Absolutely. No, it definitely makes sense and it is important, Brother Imran. So, impact is also about meeting people and building relationships. Why is networking important for careers and business growth? Fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of brothers, we or sisters, we need a little push to go out there and network. What would you say for that, Brother Imran?
I think you're hitting to a number one of the topics that I always use in my seminars and my town halls within our company. I always advise my team members, my leaders, my colleagues. Number one is always make sure you're networking,
Mm,
because without building a network, you would not be able to grow. Right.
mm,
And then, alhamdulillah, leave it on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then, He will make the paths, He will make the way for your success. But it's really, really important that as you are in the process of growing your career or shifting your career or moving from one journey to another, always make sure networking is really, really important.
mm,
Networking brings you closer to a lot of those individuals or professionals or companies together that will help you build your prospect, that will give some other individuals who you are. They would come up to know, you would learn from them, they will learn from you, right? So that's why it's really important key for you to build a network, whether within your space. Like if you're an IT professional, build within your networking space, into IT, connect with your IT professionals, connect with your peers, connect with your colleagues within that space. If you are into an retail sector, connect within the retail sector, right? So knowing individuals or cross collaborations within other, sectors also not a problem. But my number one piece of advice is continue building the network. Continue coming into these seminars. It is really, really important for you to see what are they offering, and for you to offer what you can offer, so that, again, as I said in my previous answers, support each other. This is really, really important.
absolutely. And I know you beautifully mentioned the importance of networking. Sometimes we just need a little push. Some people are just shy to come to networking, right? Well, what advice would you give to them?
I would just say, I know shy is kind of a thing, we see a lot these days, but I think it's number one step for you to get out of your space.
Mm,
Step one, step into that space of the seminar, come out and, have a word, say assalamu alaikum. Maybe, that one step might lead into the next steps of the success. It's really important, because if I just sit on my cozy chair within my cozy space and just think about, I'm shy, I can't do this, I don't think so that may add any value to your growth or to your life. It's really important. Like, for instance, we are Muslims, and everybody know that, alhamdulillah, we have to pray 5 times a prayer. So that cannot be happen sitting on a
mm,
couch or sitting in a corner, right? What you have to do, you have to make an effort, step into your car, travel by walk, ride, get into the masjid, and make sujood, and, offer those du'as. It's the same thing. Step out. Coming into these seminars, going into these webinars will help you to build your network. So again, I'm trying to connect everything again with the foundation of what MPA brings, because what I've heard from our brother Haqqani, how everything he's building. So that's why I'm connecting my questions with our aspect of a religion based. Yeah,
no, absolutely, Imran. I think that was very beautifully said. That you can't just sit and expect things to happen. We have to make things move. It
exactly.
could be for prayer, could be for success, anything. Absolutely.
Correct.
So, Brother Imran, if business owners or professionals want to learn more about your work, consulting, or services if you offer, what is the best way that they can reach out to you?
Absolutely. I'm available on LinkedIn, and I can provide more information during the workshop session. So feel free to join the workshop session on January 10th, and I'll be there along with yourself, Feroz, and Brother Akani and other professionals. Feel free to join, and I'll be sharing the information. How do you would be reaching out? So number one, absolutely, you can find me on LinkedIn on Muhammad Imran. SAP search, and you would be able to find me. And then I would be giving other avenues of how you can reach out if anybody is interested. And I
Right.
would be bringing two of my team members that would be part of this journey, who are actually recent graduates and associates working for IBM within my team, who would be
Mhm.
sharing their experience as well. So please make sure to join the workshop and get to know more about SAP.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Brother Imran. I think this is very helpful for people who want to change their careers or people who are trying to get into a career to consider SAP. And they'll have somebody like you, they can reach out like, hey, I have these questions. Is it good for me? Is it good, not good for me? They can get clear information from you. Brother Imran, this was amazing. I think, mashallah, you told a lot of things which I hadn't planned of asking as well. So thank you for making that easy for me. And we are really looking forward for your workshop. We thank you for your time, helping us understand how SAP can create real value for businesses and careers. We thank you and inshallah looking forward to your workshop.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me. And hopefully, see you all and see you and your entire team on January 10th once again. And thank you for having me.
Jazakallah
Assalamu
khair.
alaikum.